do have children, Shanna. Yes. Thank you, Gaten, for the roses. Thank you, Bryce. And that dad vibe. It's like one of the nicest compliments you could pay me. Thank you. Thank you, Colette. Thank you for all the kindnesses. Come and get some tingles, Sydney. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just going to stretch for a moment, so I'm going to give you some temple bells for just a sec. Like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'll be right back. Everyone be sure to hydrate. Be sure to hydrate. I'm going to come back and do these same sounds because they're what everyone needs, but just listen to some temple bells for a moment. I'm going to stretch out the lower back and be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stones. There's a place where I can go to collect them where it's legal to do it. You can fill a pocket's worth, and so I've grabbed a few goodies along the way. These I was rubbing together today. Sure, blade will answer and seem to give a nice trigger for people. Thanks, Forrest. Blade asks, how do you deal with grief? So loss is difficult because we see a human being, in many cases, is a passing away. So the presence of the physical body is gone, it's transcended back to the source. And so there's usually an emptiness. Now, it depends on how close the family member is. Could be a parent, could be a loved one, could be a spouse. Coming in contact with presence, which is observing the unfolding of your life, is the greatest way to grow beyond loss. And it's never something that can be erased, nor can it be canceled out or cut out of life by force. It always stays. And it remains an intimate part of someone's life until it's grown beyond. So Carl Jung talks about this growing beyond the loss. And it's managed only through presence. So what is presence? Thank you, Josan. I do. It's Immortal Arts ASMR. Thank you for asking. Thank you. So the way that you find presence is to observe. Thank you for saying that. It's James. For real. So I trust I answered that question enough. Beyond that, I try to be sensitive in thinking that there may be that happening right now. So just know that my condolences and the best part of me is offering love for you to find peace here. I tell people, you can take this as deep as you want with meaning, but if you keep it simple, Just see, I'm just brushing the screen, tapping the screen. Stomach's grumbling. Just observe the sounds, and it'll give relief. Christina says, I think the morning dove calls are my favorite trigger. It's very soul calming. Thank you, Christina. I'm going to do a good number of them now. I'll look for pins, okay? Sleep, Brian. Bryce, sorry. Sleep. Jacob, thank you for following. So here's the best owls. I can do a hello helicopter. Good sleep, Iman. Welcome back. Sleep. Get your rest. Recover. Thank you so much, helicopter. Thank you. Thank you, Mario. Every night I get this verification from TikTok, and it forces me to do a CAPTCHA in a minute's time or it disconnects me. Crystal, that's a beautiful recommendation. Let's put it on. I'll accommodate you now. Let me ask you, since you're the one who asked so beautifully, would you like ocean surf or rain or thunder and rain? I can put on a combination of all of them. If you say combo, I could do that too, but I can accommodate all those sounds. I'll do that now. Excuse me. It'll be in the distance, but I'll put it on. Happily. Like a creek crackle, I can do that. Sure, yeah, I've got one. I've got a Japanese garden with a nice stream and a waterfall. All right, let's do that. Here's the waterfall. Let's get the sound going here. Oh, I got it. 1 second. Just have to shut off my headphones. Let's see. I'll get this 1 second. Bear with me. Just take a moment. Gotta just shut off something here. There we go. Now we should get some sound. Here it comes. Gets a waterfall. We'll get the Shishiroshi water stream. Shishiroshi. And a little chime. How's that? Let's do lights out. This is good. I love how all of you suggest. Let's do lights out. It's sleep time, everybody. It's It's time for me to prove my worth, okay? Shishidoshi. And here we go. This is thanks to the suggestions. My hair is so out of whack today. Thank you. Thank you, Favordom. It's really nice to say. Yeah. Thanks, helicopter. Good night, Wyatt. Good, I'm glad you like the charms. They come with the water stream in the Shishidoshi. Your favorite M says, the vibe here is amazing. Thank you, M. You make it part. We're gonna get some ambient sound now. Thank you for the enjoy music and the sweet melon, crybaby. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you, crybaby. GG. It's corn. Thanks for the follows, everyone. For the love, lifts, all the love, all that love. Thank you. Thanks, EK, for the follow. I will definitely loop. I'm gonna loop this. This is gonna be my YouTube project for tomorrow. It's a great suggestion. An hour of the morning doves. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks, Sav and Kylie, for the follows. asks, how did you learn to do that? Well, I was just listening to the birds and I can do this wind sound. It's like this. And so, it's a hop skip from that sound. People like it more. Oh, Jimmy, thank you for the galaxy. It's a huge gift. Thank you, Jimmy. HK, welcome. Let's see. Allison says, trying, and clearly I need to practice because nothing's happening. It's a whistle. It's a whistle. And then you pull in more air, and that increases the pitch. But you start high pitched, so you have to pull in air fast in the beginning. And then you have to very carefully release the air. And you'll get it. You'll get it. And then you have to sustain it for hours. Christine, this is 85,000 feet. This is your captain speaking. We are currently at 85,400 feet above sea level, in the deep stretches of the Mourning Dove Graceland. So, Destiny, the mic that I use for this particular setup, screen taps, brushing, ambient sound, and is an iPhone 13. That's it. An iPhone 13. Now, sometimes break out the big guns. This is the SM7B. Other times I'll break out the Zoom H6. Of course I can. You recording, James? Be ready. Just kidding. Ella, thanks for the follow. Blissful. Blissful. I don't know what that is, Kay. I don't know what that is. What is this? Jimmy, thank you for the yours sweet. Thank you. I haven't ignored any messages, but it seems like some strangeness. Folks, this is your captain speaking, just to let you know, at 86,000 feet above sea level, tends to hit chop from time to time, be it the electromagnetic field of the Earth that we're pulling from tends to bring in some messages of debris. Don't mind me. And don't mind the trajectory as we just make our way towards the singularity in due time. Yes, Jimmy. It's Immortal Arts ASMR, my friend. I'm starting to appreciate, like you don't know what you got till it's gone. Mariam, come back. Belle, thanks for the follow. Christina, thank you. By no means was that a dig. I'm very grateful. Thank you. JD, thanks for... Yes, I can, Adrian. Yeah, what's exactly? Now we're rocking. It is between 50 and 100 trillion cells is my net worth. Fluctuates every day, but I do net every day from the marrow of my bones about 50 billion per day in net worth. And so do you, consequently. Unless you think negative thoughts, then you might have less, or some of them might turn into cancer. Thanks, Clayton, for the follow. Too much butter. You shouldn't be having butter on your tacos. There's already enough fat included. The taco shells are made of lard. Thank you, Kaylee. You're lovely to say that. Thank you, Connor, for the correction. You are correct. Jacob, hello, my son. Jacob is my adopted son, and Jacob is about to go into some pretty hard environmental circumstances, situations for work. So let's all pray for Jacob. Daniel says your lives are like therapy. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Wow. Don't worry about the losses. They will pass. Now you're prepared for victory. Thanks, James. Crystal, thank you for the TGI Fridays. By the way, I'm remiss to mention I don't like missing gifts. So thank you. And if I've missed one, you can let me know, and I'll be sure to thank you. Thank you, Nancy. See, I got that one. Thanks, Ella, for following. Most of my daily time is spent meditating, writing, communicating with family, exercising, short spurts of eating, and long deep breathing and yoga. That's what I do most of the day. And then I sleep. Thank you, M, for saying whoever is pinning comments knows what's up, because the comments are pinning our facts. Thank you. Though I will say, before I was creating this much online, I was spending most of the days in squalor without electricity or running water, writing in a typewriter from 1949. And if I didn't have electricity for heat, I would drink alcohol until I felt warm. I don't drink anymore. Chloe asks, so you're an author. What do you write? Mostly speculative fiction. And because I've written for as long as I have on a typewriter, without repeating pages, I can spit words without thinking too much. I'm like with you, looking at me, if that makes sense. When I check this the next day, I don't remember much of it. Not like this. It's kind of weird. I am sober, indeed. I don't consume alcohol or any drugs. I get all of the blissful contact that I need from the body. It is a great pharmacy when it's unhacked or unlocked. It releases all the goodies that you would ever need. My favorite book, that's a great question, Isaac. And it's not a security question book either, or question rather. I would have to say the favorite book of mine right now, because of the sheer improvement it's brought my life, has been 3 Magic Words by U.S. Anderson. I think My Name is Red is perhaps one of the most influential books as far as perspective I've ever read. It's also a Nobel Prize winner. By Orhan Pamuk. And I love reading. What's your favorite book, Isaac? What changed in your life for you to become sober? It was a combination of ashwagandha, affirmations, and increased quality of life. When I tell you that I would drink a half a bottle of wine to stay warm, I'm not joking. It wasn't like a metaphor. There was no heat, and I wanted to keep writing without my fingers seizing from the cold. And the typewriter requires you to press really hard down on the keys to leave an impression, especially if the ink is running low. So once I got out of that, the desire to make it a routine friend on the daily went away. Thank you, Haru. That's a testament to your will and your ability to concentrate on the good, and that's beautiful. I love that you had such a W. Thank you, Ban. Thank you, Jacob. I left Mexico because I felt this innate urgency to leave after a night when I think I died, in a way, from COVID. I was like coughing up blood, and I lost my sense of smell and taste. And my mother swears that she received a FaceTime call from me that evening, and I don't have any recollection of calling her, and it wasn't on my log of my phone. And she said she tried to pick up, and the phone just swiped. And that morning, the next morning, I woke up, and all the symptoms were gone. And I just felt this overwhelming need to return to the States. And it was very hard for a number of reasons that I can't explain right now, but Thank you, Jacob. And at the end of the day, something happened. Now I don't have any fear of death at all. I mean, it would be painful if someone were to do something to me to want to kill me. But I don't have any fear of what will happen after at all. If that makes sense. "26 Types asks, do you think people can have powers over life? It's a pretty broad question, but we have complete and total control over our experience. It's just we're often unaware of it. I don't have fear, but I just worry about my family that's left behind. It's okay. That's a legitimate worry to want to care for your family. I think that's normal. Though I would suggest trying to formulate a scenario in the mind that you can entertain now that you'll be comfortable with. And that may require some creativity, like thinking about things being okay even though the evidence may point in the contrary, towards the contrary. You have to create a story until it changes. And the subconscious will change the story. That's the power I was talking about. Every elected thought and emotional response to those thoughts that we choose manifests into our world. That is our sensory life. We create everything without exception. I have, thank you for saying that, London. For most of my life, been in autopilot, and now I'm aware. It's beautiful. Vivi Sober, thank you for following. Nate, thank you for sharing. It's great. You know, it's great even if it doesn't happen. Everyone's life experience is necessary and beautiful and unique. And the whole concept of living and let live is a really good practice for peace. Hello. Rye Guy, thanks for following. Nate, you too, who said hello. That was Jackson. Hey, welcome back, Jackson. Charlie says, I feel like I never have control, though. Let's focus on that for a second. Let's bring that to the forefront, okay? So, 3 things leave an impression upon the subconscious for manifestation to occur in your life, whether you know it or not. 1 is mere repetition. So that's why I come here every night and I say the same affirmations that have to do with people's well-being and wish fulfillment, because I know repetition will eventually lead to results, just like going to the gym. But there are ways that you get results faster if you go to the gym. It requires diet. Diet is your selected thoughts. So if you're entertaining thoughts that have to do with peace, prosperity, wellness, goodness, control, balance, while repeating the affirmations of change for truth to occur. And the third part, which is to feel it as real, it's called conviction. Those 3 things are like the perfect storm for impressing the subconscious and bring forth something that you desire as manifest. So I suggest tap into any one or all 3, as long as you are tapping into them on the regular. Change must express itself, because the subconscious mind that brings your experience does not judge. The mind makes all the judgments, all the decisions, all the selections from the menu that is your life experience, that which you like, that which you don't. All the discernment is done by mind. Harry Potter. Thank you, Waz. So the subconscious is like a infinite sea of expression that doesn't judge. It just waits for the seeds to come in and expresses them. That's how it works. So we are completely in control of our lives. We manifest everything. And when some people say, how could it be, if that's God, that something negative is happening to my life? How could that be? Is it a malevolent God? No. Actually, God loves you so much that God would let you bring your life to a complete and total standstill or be horrifically torturous and horrible because it's felt more than the rest. Is that natural? No. It doesn't go in accordance to the life principle, but it is totally your choice as a human being. How do I know this? I'm the walking example. For 42 years, I said shit that was horrific, thought things that were horrific, believed things that were horrific, while leaving a nice smile on my face like the one you see now, but it wasn't sincere as it is now. It was backed by this constant fear that I would be dead if I didn't get ahead of every single person. And so it came down to getting ahead of everyone, wanting to take from people, wanting to possess others. And what this does is it delivers you large doses of painful experiences that may not be directly related to those situations that you gave, that I gave. They came in the form of my firstborn dies. I nearly die from a situation on the highway, near-death experiences with accidents, and the life principle keeping me alive for some purpose that it somehow believed I would get past it. And it took me like 42 years to finally figure out how to start working in the direction of my good. And I've been doing it for 3 years now. And this is the movement in the direction of the good. After a lot of failure. To where I'm prepared if this fails too, I'm also prepared to continue trying something else. I will never give up because I love being alive. It's okay, Nico. Yeah, it's been a transformative time. So just understand, Nico, if we can use this as an example because you offered it with courage, I want to be sensitive and recognizing it with love. At the same time, give you the solution to this mathematical equation. So anxiety is not a thing. It is a state of being. It's not a bug that sits in the mind that when it arrives through exposure to some environmental hazard, activates and creates a sickness that is called anxiety. It is a state of being. This state of being is a form of perseveration or continuous thought about the past. Painful experiences, they're legitimate. In that they happened, but they're over. Sometimes these painful experiences are so powerful that it leads to behavioral change in the now to where we will do anything in our power to prevent it from occurring again. That leads to us speculating about the future. If this happens, then I must react in this way. If this doesn't happen, then I must react in this way. Both of these scenarios about thinking about the past and the future will lead to continuous pain and a perpetuation of the state of anxiety. And so, it is your choice to decide to be present because you are not you. You're not an accumulation of your life experiences in your truth. What you truly are is 3.8 million cells coming from the marrow of your bones right now, every second of your life. You are an amalgamation of 50 trillion cells that came from one after you raced against 150 other million sperm to make it to a cosmic egg. You were the one that made it there. You germinated the egg, and you split off from 1 into 50 trillion. Every single cell in your body knows that you were the first. That's why you're the skipper of this body. So, if you're saying that you can't avoid something, the subconscious mind says you're the boss. I'm going to make sure in every situation of your life that you will not avoid this. And the only reason why I'm being so clear and perhaps harsh with this, not dismissive, but clear, is because I'm trying to let you know that this is entirely within your power. All of it. I'm on every night at 8 o'clock, Charlie, until people get what they need. Sometimes it goes until 3 in the morning, sometimes 11. But I never stop earlier than 11. And just understand that these examples, I appreciate the questions or the statements. And just know this, I'm talking to you as a person who's 45, that for 42 years, I believed I was a piece of shit dad, a horrible person, a failure, a loser, a sick person, irrecoverable, constantly losing. The world is against me. That's how I looked at it. For 42 years, one way or another, that kept manifesting. There were beautiful moments because there's a part of me that just wants to see people happy, but it wasn't enough to compensate for the rest of the garbage that I planted into my garden. No. Now that goes away. Now that all fades. Thank you, Jacob. You're a great son. Smelly Cat says, you're very articulate and wise. It's refreshing. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. My dad died last year, and since then, haven't really had a peaceful sleep until I found your streams. Wow, Jackson. Well, you found something for you. And if I can be of service to you, then just know I have difficulty receiving credit for that, knowing that everything that's good that comes from me is when I'm out of the way. It's true. That's why I don't remember most of this until I watch it again, because the good stuff comes when I'm way out of the way. Thank you. That is incredible to say, and I'm so happy for your progress. It's a testament of your strength. So much strength. Thank you for saying that. I have a beautiful soul for doing this for people. I'm trying to catch your name with this here. Tilda, thank you so much. I'm going to give you some mourning dove sounds because they're healing people. Thank you for the follows, everyone. So the affirmations would be, I am perfect health, I am strong, I am calm, serene, and secure. By day and by night, I am advancing, moving forward, and growing. Love gives me richly all things to enjoy. It's the big thing I say. It's a big request, and it just went... And Nick, I believe, was your name. If you're still here, please know that I am sending love to you, and by no means am judging. I simply wanted to provide you with a blueprint, knowing that you are a walking, talking wish fulfillment machine like every other human being. And I believe in your power. Tilda says, the morning dove calls remind me of my childhood. That's wonderful. Charlie says, being still just a teen, it's refreshing having an older male give advice like this to me too. Good. I know that 15% of the viewers are from the ages of 13 and 17. I try to be cognizant. I try not to swear. I also try not to use blasphemy in any way, understanding that the mind is still very malleable. The things that I give to you are designed for you to contemplate them and digest as you see fit. And if you're ever offended, I'm happy to address that too. You are a priority because you pass the torch of human consciousness on. I believe you, Colin. That must mean that you're between the ages of 13 and 17. That's just a joke. Hey, Ethan, great to see you. I'm 21. Still malleable years. Rai, thanks for the follow. Nick says 17. Reagan, thanks for the follow. Your ASMR actually calls me, and I actually absolutely love the dog whistles. Thank you, Colonia Esports. Got lots of time to get it right, and you're, I'm sure, a terrific parent. Don't worry. It's a lot of life all at once. It's a lot of life. Just be. Know that there are supports in place for you, depending on your location, which you don't have to share, and I would actually suggest not. But there are systems in place to provide you with supports in the event that you may be in need. Still, believe it or not, those things are in place regardless of how the world seems to be right now. I actually love, I'm assuming you're in the United States, I love the United States. And I want us to all be better. Thank you, Colonial Esports. I want to respond here. I'm 30. When I was 18, I was a totally different person. It's crazy. I thought I knew it all. Heck, I thought I knew it all when I was 42. You're way ahead of the curve. I still don't know it all. Of course not. I know enough to get out of the way. That's the current phase I'm in. For people here in the live, I hope you know there are people that care, and this guy is proof of that. Thank you, Charlie. Blessings to you. Francisco, you know what I said to myself today? I said, if anyone gives me an imperative, I'm not going to listen to that request. I was being a tough guy. I think that's still happening right now. See, man, thanks for following. Can't imagine when I look at the DHS, a whole different person. Yeah, I can imagine. Becoming a parent is like a light switch. There's no going back. Thanks for the rose, Mariam. Thanks for the follow, Smiley. And, oh, right, Colette asks an imperative. So an imperative is a demand, like do this now, or make this sound, or like there's no please. It's not a request. So I respond to imperatives in turn by saying no. You're going to be the next old-time hockey. No, I'm happy with requests when they're formed in a question and not an imperative demand. Francisco, you're funny. Now you're playing reverse psychology with me, Francisco. I know how you play. It's a decent move. You start to advance your queen down the board to make it look like you've made a blunder. I know who you are. You're Magnus Carlsen, aren't you? Aggressive. Aggressive player on the board. I like that, too. Hey, 420 people in the room. That's epic. Stan followed. Jackson says, just downloaded a sketchy auto clicker to like faster. That's thank you, Jackson. almost 100K. You are all nutty. Yes, Goat, likes are totally free. It all depends on your video game thumbs. Charcuterie, nice to see you. I didn't even see that you were here. Good night. Sleep. I'm going to usher you into sleep now with whispers. Morning dove sounds, brushing, stipples, and taps, and Japanese garden. And who else knows? What else could be coming by? 100K. Savvy says Northern Illinois here. Your dove sound is perf. Thank you, Savvy. IDK, love your whispers. Thank you. Stipples. Here we go. Let's do it. On my way. Stip. Thank you, Annette, for the ice cream cones times 3. Oh, thank you. That's a really kind thing to say, Anna. Yeah, these are all, aside from the background Japanese garden with the chimes and the shishidoshi. Those are synthetic sounds, licensed sounds, all the same, but yeah. Chicken Noodle says I'm trying to get on a better sleep schedule and I'm falling. Bailing these lives help. Good. Sleep. Charlie says when I joined you were around 400 people, now you're almost 500. Oh wow. Dark Rose 2K4, thanks for following. Can you make an owl noise? Good night, Cameron. Yeah, my zaniness has already been understood. The belief is that I'll eventually be moving on. Next stop is Mexico City. JT, thanks for the phone. Thank you, Batman. Thank you, Batman. Getting ASMR done on the other person is my bucket list. Nice. That sounds like fun. That's the best. Generally, thanks for the follow. my brush is. Let me see if I can find my brush. Oh, here, I got it. Oh yeah, I'm fully licensed. And I'm excited. I got a year's license to use my noise. Comes with binaural beats. Comes with ocean surf, Japanese garden, Tibetan bells, Tibetan chimes, office sounds. Oh, check out these office sounds. I gotta just play these for you. Check this out. I'm gonna play the Japanese garden with the office sounds. Listen to this. It's crazy. Listen to these keyboard sounds. Ready? There we go. It's a clock. Keyboards. Keyboards and mouse. Oh, there's paper sounds too. Yeah, paper sounds. Just joining, welcome to the void. Have some ambrosia on me, some amrita, the nectar of the gods, on tap for all those on the side of the baby. So put on your virtual goggles, tap that graph blast, and handshake with the infinite source of creation. And be. How many of you have seen 2001: A Space Odyssey? So that I don't give away any spoilers. Okay, Peppermint says me. So there's this iconic scene. There's an iconic scene where the Earth appears before a baby. It's a huge star child. it's like a macrocosm of the experience that we had. What do you think the chances are of that actually happening? We can't ask Stanley Kubrick because he passed away in 1999 after posting a very controversial film about secret societies. He just happened to pass away very soon after that, surprisingly. Thank you very much for the light name. Colette, you've got this. Do you want me to shut off the lights? I'll have to get up for that though. 30 lightning bolts. Thank you so much. Alejandra, thank you for following. Oh, Kaylee, thanks for following. Enslaver, thanks for following. All of you folks here right now. Hayden asks, how do I sound like an owl? Lots of practice, bread boy, thanks. Y-line, thanks. Let's get a bunch of follows in here. I'm telling you right now, I will not disappoint. I will make you sleep. And when you come on earlier, I'll give you long, deep breathing exercises so that you super chill out and get high on your own supply of breath. Literally feel blissed out. Thanks for all the follows. I've awakened you. I've awakened you. The Clockwork Orange. Yeah, it was banned everywhere. It was a groundbreaking, controversial film. It's probably the most famous of Kubrick's films now. Now, if you want to see a real crazy film, check out Barry Lyndon. Stanley Kubrick. He filmed that entire movie with candlelight. Full Metal Jacket's crazy. Barry Lyndon was filmed with candlelight. No artificial light. He had a crew relighting candles on chandeliers in this main hall because he was taking too long to film his scenes. People were going to lose their minds. They said they nearly lost their minds. Guy's hardcore. I saw White Chicks recently. I thought it was very funny. I don't know. I thought it was great. Terry Crews. Terry Crews is amazing in White Chicks. Let's just say it. Deserving of an Oscar. He's so good. He's hysterical. I didn't see that. It just came out. Goat. Oh, Goat, you're starting to finally show your true colors. Let me ask you, is this the most attention you've gotten in the last year? These last 15 minutes or whatever it is? It's a legitimate question. Because if that's the case, then I'm glad that I was able to serve you. Thanks, Colette. Fight Club is epic, Stan. I believe you, Goat. It's a good, serious response. Let's talk about Fight Club, Stan. Let's talk a little bit about that. So, arguably better than the book by Chuck Palahniuk. By the way, Chuck Palahniuk went through some horrific life experiences. Horrific. And he had to go and testify about them. So you can see some of that come out in his writing. He's been through hell and back, basically. The director of Fight Club also did The Game. The Game is a mind bender with Michael Douglas. Highly suggested. But Fight Club is a work of art. It is twist after twist of lightning fast dialogue that if you watch the second time, the third time, the fourth time, it just keeps getting richer and richer and richer. And then you watch it with subtitles and it's like... And it's timeless to this day. Timeless. I can imagine this. See you later, alligator. Think, and it shall become real. So quickly that manifest. It was amazing. I thought to myself, I can make things happen fast. I can make things change. And it was like that. And by the way, they're not owl sounds, they're actually mourning doves. And it's for love that I make the sounds, because it attracts the twin flame of your dreams into your life if you listen to it, because they'll never leave you. That's what mourning doves do. They stick with it. You're right, Jacob. Feed me. See, by the time all the anger and anguish arrives through the umbilical cord to the baby, it's already been purified and turned into pure blissful serotonin, melatonin, oxytocin, anandamide. It's just everything that you would want to feel blissful contact with God on tap without having to even ask about it. All that shit happens without even knowing. It just arrives right through an umbilical cord. Did you know the first baby, like the first blastocyst that happened in a human body was a cancer? Did you know that? And some brave female decided that she wasn't going to die from that tumor and had faith and changed it into something that became literal life within. When every female gets pregnant, the blastocyst is cancer. It starts as that, and it turns into life. Because the outside world can be really, really tough. But the side of the baby, pure bliss. I love that, Lightning McQueen. Welcome to Tingletown, and may all of your chicken nuggets be forever served. Let's go. It's okay, Colette. Something will happen with long, deep breathing one day. And before you know it, you will get a tingling sensation down the back of your neck. And that will be it. Thank you, Max. Hey, everyone that's joining, you rock. Here's some morning dove sounds for you for having perfect renewed love or love brought into your life. This is for you all because I love you so effing much. Morning doves, attracting your twin flame into your life for complete and total wish fulfillment for every day. Henceforth, believe, like Bob Ross would say. Thank you, Jenny, for sharing the live. Morning doves are so pretty too. Beautiful birds. They are, Katie. They are beautiful. I concur.
How's Bob Ross, dude?
Leo, thanks for the follow. Oh, yeah, right here. Let's pin that. Yes. Every single film, including his first experimental before Memento, I forget the name of it. Thank you for saying I'm so calming. That's really kind to say. Thank you. Every single film by Christopher Nolan, I think, is his magnum opus. That said, Oppenheimer just blows the rest out of the water. Did you know that Oppenheimer was made with no computer-generated effects? It was all practical effects, including the nuclear fission scenes, all practical effects. The film is a masterpiece. It's going to take some time to digest, for people to digest it, but it is a masterpiece. There are no computer-generated effects in Oppenheimer. They are all practical effects. Like blowing shit up. They literally blew up so much stuff. Good, let your stress melt away. That's beautiful. Didn't catch your name, but I saw the comment. Thank you.